Today, films and TV series are so easily accessible, not just in our language, but we can see films in any language we want. We watch one movie, and as soon as it ends, we start the next one, and then the next, and then the next. We consume films like junk food. As soon as one character captures our attention, we become engrossed in the next story. But a director who has poured their heart and soul into making the movie wouldn't want you to just watch it and forget about it. He wants the story to really sink in, to stay with you, and for his characters to stick in your mind for a while. In fact, he'd hope you'd want to watch it again. Some movies, you gotta watch them twice to really get it. The director planned it that way. There are so many layers to the story that a lot of stuff doesn't click until you've seen it again. Because there are movies that evolve over time. This means as our circumstances shift, our perspective on the film also changes. Fight Club is a prime example of such a movie. If you watch it during your teenage years, you'll likely view it as a rebellious statement against societal norms, and you might even resonate with it.
Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need.
However, if you revisit it after taking on more responsibilities in life, you might see the film as a display of irresponsibility and reckless behavior. And should you choose to watch it again at a later stage, you might discover it has elements of satire, as if the entire film is poking fun at Tyler Durden and his juvenile rebellion.
Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. We cook your meals, we haul your trash, we connect your calls, we drive your ambulances, we guard you while you sleep. Do not fuck with us.
As we rewatch a film, our subjective perspective gradually diminishes. Instead of placing ourselves at the center of the story, we move closer to the writer and director's point of view, striving to grasp their intentions. If you watch Fight Club multiple times, it begins to seem like the film isn't celebrating Tyler Durden, but rather cautioning us. Isn't it interesting how Fight Club, released back in 1999, didn't exactly light up the box office? But it's wild, because today it's almost as if Tyler Durden has a devoted real-life fan base. People truly connect with him, and there's something undeniably captivating about his character. The narrator, at the heart of this story, is entangled in a web of conflicts. He finds himself trapped in an internal struggle, yearning for one thing, but acting in contrary ways. He craves freedom, but clings to the safety of corporate life. Despite his discontent, he clings to this existence. He reaches a point of complete frustration with everything. It's this sense of utter exasperation and his internal turmoil that give rise to Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden emerges from the conflict between what the narrator thinks he should feel and what he does.
What do you do?
What do you mean?
What do you do for a living?
Why? So you can pretend like you're interested.
The narrator grows weary of the constant pursuit of accomplishments. Throughout our lives, we're pressured to attain, perform, and transform ourselves. Everyone we encounter seems to gauge our value based on what we are doing in our life, as if our very existence is incomplete, and we can only become whole by constantly doing something, pursuing something. And with this scarcity, we run our entire life hoping that we will become something, achieve something, or someone will come along who will fulfill us. But it seems that as things come into our hands, they become ordinary and mundane, and what is not there is felt as a lack. And then we start running again after the next thing. It is a kind of slavery where we are not even aware that we are slaves. Tyler Durden frees the narrator from this prison. Tyler Durden is an unconflicted state of mind for the narrator. It's a state where he is neither concerned with formality nor with society. It's a state where what is disliked can be and must be avoided, and what is enjoyed must be enjoyed with exactitude and ferocious intensity. It's a state where the narrator stops caring about how people are looking at him. He has had enough of it. He can't take it anymore.
Is that your blood?
Some of it, yeah.
You can't smoke in here.
And now he wants to do something that can make him come alive. That can make him alert, can bring him to present moment. He can break free from this sedated life. And what could be the easiest way, other than using a punch, to wake someone up?
What? I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Buddha placed great emphasis on breath. He always instructed his disciples to pay conscious attention to their breath as it came in and went out. By doing so, we can practice living in the present moment and minimize our minds from wandering into the past or the future. Another great master, Osho, said that his entire purpose is like throwing cold water onto people's faces so they can wake up. Tyler also wants to do something similar. He also wants to awaken the narrator from his slumber, but by hitting him, punching his face.
Motherfucker!
He also aims to liberate him from his sedated lifestyle, his desires for the future, and worries of the past. He helps him understand that there is a difference between himself and the things he possesses. You are not the things you own. Every year, car owners are killed or seriously injured while attempting to prevent the theft of their vehicles. It's as if there is a demon in our minds that compels us to obsess over our possessions and make risky lifestyle choices in the pursuit of material wealth. We become possessed. Humans have a particularly strong and sometimes irrational attachment to possessions. Ironically, the things we think will bring us peace, once possessed, often become sources of chaos in our lives. The things we own end up owning us. Tyler's way may seem strange or even dumb, but he also wants the narrator to experience every moment, so that he has a direct, authentic, visceral experience of reality. He wants him to feel the freedom every moment brings, to let go of his ego and see the ordinariness in himself. And if he still doesn't get it, maybe getting punched in the face, bleeding, and seeing his body parts fall apart will make him realize he's not special. We are not special. We are the same decaying organic matter as everything else.
Hey, even the Mona Lisa's falling apart.
People started joining Fight Club so that they could feel alive again. It's not that Fight Club was the solution to all their problems, but after coming out of there, the importance of trivial matters wasn't as significant. The burden of meaningless worries was not there. People felt free. Being in Fight Club meant standing at the final frontier, and now you cannot be pushed back anymore. You can't be broken any further.
Lou. Come on, man. We really like this place.
Gradually, as Fight Club grows, it takes on a terrifying form. Fight Club becomes Project Mayhem. And now, the narrator is haunted by Tyler Durden. He wants to get rid of him.
God damn it! God damn it! Fuck you! Fuck Fight Club! Fuck Marla! I am sick of all your shit!
Tyler takes the narrator from one end to the other, or you could say that Tyler Durden brings the narrator back to where he took him out. This means that as Fight Club continues to grow, it no longer remains a group of individuals, but transforms into a mob-like entity. It creates a collective identity, and everyone blends into one. They lose their individuality. They mindlessly start to repeat without understanding their purpose.
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
This is all over with!
His name is Robert Paulson.
Tyler Durden didn't want the narrator to become just another cog in this consumerist economy, which is why he pulled him out of it. He made the narrator aware of the person inside him, but in the end, he himself becomes the personification of the others and establishes a machinery for Project Mayhem. Two extremes often appear to be the same. The two ends of anything share a similarity in their nature. In other words, if you go from one extreme of something to the other, you end up coming full circle in a way. This is because, although the two opposing ends may seem different, but their fundamental essence remains the same. Extreme action and absolute inaction, both are quite challenging. Just as 15 minutes in military training can feel like 45 minutes, similarly, when you try to meditate, those 15 minutes can also feel like 45 minutes. In both cases, our perception of time starts to slow down because it is so tough. Those who believe in God without experiencing it, and those who deny the existence of God without knowing it, both stand at the same point. There is no difference between the so-called believers and non-believers. Whether you have boundless love for someone or an intense hatred, in both cases, it's very difficult to get them out of your mind. Two extremes are of a similar nature. Tyler Durden also pulls the narrator out of one pit, only to drop him into another. He rescues him from slavery and thrusts him towards anarchy. The narrator was running away back then, and he's still running now. He couldn't sleep back then, and his sleep is still disturbed. It's like the problem is the same, only the disease has changed, and this is also the history of humanity. We have merely changed the illness in the name of revolution. We have changed the arrangement, our way of life, but we are still at the same place. We were hollow from within back then, and we are still the same. Nothing satisfies us. And Tyler Durden is also not a revolutionary because he's not a solution. Instead, he can exacerbate the problem. Tyler Durden is actually a symptom, a diagnosis, an indication of our broken lives, the conflict within our souls. Tyler Durden is the last attempt to save the person within us. It's the ultimate effort to wake us up.
This is your pain. This is your burning hand. It's right here.
Tyler is the battle of our consciousness against its own unconsciousness.
Why do people think that I'm you?
In essence, Tyler Durden is our rebellion against ourselves.
We are the all-singing,
All dancing crap at the world.